Hello and welcome back again to my channel. Today I share with you the simple and amazing rice recipes ideas which you can try for your next African party, which is going to help very well. So if today being your first time on this channel, hello, this is Cooking with Efia. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell also so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be among the first person to be notified. Let's get started. Alright, so the first rice that I'll be sharing with you is the gizzard jollof rice recipe. So to start making this gizzard jollof, obviously we're going to be needing our gizzard, and I've washed this gizzard very well. To seasoning this gizzard, I'll go in with some chicken seasoning, a little bit of salt to taste, and I'll add in some water, cover it and allow it to cook very well. Whilst that is going on, we're going to begin by starting the stew. And so to a big pot, I'll go in with some oil. I will also go in with some natural spices, which is going to give the oil some flavor, alright? And moving forward, I'm also going to be blending some onions, pepper, garlic and ginger, and I'll pour everything into the oil. And afterwards, I'm going to stir this very well, cover it and allow it to cook until it's nice and ready. Whilst that is going on, we are back to check on our gizzard, and it's looking all good and just perfect right now. So next, I'm going to turn up the flame and allow this to cool down a little bit. Alright, so we are back to check on the stew, and the base is looking all good. So moving forward, I'll go in with my tomato paste. I have a very full detailed recipe on all the rice recipes here. So if you really want a very detailed one, I'll leave all the videos link in the description box for you to check it out. And so after adding in the tomato paste, I'll go in with just a little bit of water to allow the tomato paste to cook very well. If you have any chicken stock, you can also go in with it and you are good to go. And so I covered the tomato also to cook for extra 10 to 15 minutes, and it's looking all good. So I'm adding in my seasonings, and for the seasonings, you can go in with any other seasonings of your choice, alright? And since I'm a lover of mackerel in jollof rice, I'll go in with one of it. You can also omit it if you don't want to, okay? I'll go in with just a little bit of salt to taste. I'll cover and allow it to cook down a little bit. After about 10 to 15 minutes of cooking, the stew is looking all good. So I'll go in with my rice. You can also use any rice of your choice. I will give it a good mix, cover it and allow it to cook until the rice is ready. Whilst that is going on, we want to go ahead and fry our gizzard until it turns into the perfect golden brown color, just like this. And also we're going to be frying some ripe plantain alongside with it. And for the ripe plantain, you can make it in the form of kelewele, or you can add some spices to it and fry it. Basically that is kelewele, right? So I went in with the gizzard and also some veggies as well. Give it a good mix, allow it to cook down a little bit, and serve yourself. This for your guests, they are going to love it. Trust me on this one. I hope you're going to try this recipe and you are going to love it. So now let's move on to our second recipe. And for the second on the list, I call it special no leaves waakye recipe. This special waakye recipe is one of my favorites as well. And when you introduce this recipe to your guests are truly going to love it. So basically you need your beans and also your hibiscus flour, and that is what I'm going to be substitute for the sorghum leaves. So I'm going to be soaking this for about 30 minutes because I really want the color to really pop out very well. So soaking it for about 30 minutes is enough. And afterwards, this is the end results. It came out so good. I just love the color. So I'm going to strain it very well, remaining just the water for the recipe. Moving forward, I'm going to be adding in my beans, and I'm going to put this on my stove top and allow it to cook until the beans softens up a little bit for about 70 90%. And after 30 minutes of cooking the beans, it's looking all good. As you can see, the color is really popping very well, and I just love the color of the water as well. So I'll go in with my rice. I'll add some salt to taste. Moving forward, I'll also go in with a little bit of butter. I'll give it a good mix, cover it and allow it to cook until the rice is nice and soft. Alright, so after extra 20 to 30 minutes of cooking the rice, just look at how beautiful it turned out. Tell me why your guest is not going to love this waakye recipe. They are definitely going to love it. So now all that is left is for us to serve ourselves and enjoy. Thank you so much for staying with me. So now let's move on to our third recipe. And for our third recipe, I am going to be sharing with you the no tomato paste jollof rice recipe, which is going to wow your visitors, trust me. If you're someone who doesn't love tomato paste in your recipes or in your food, trust me, then this carrot jollof rice recipe is best for you. So the most important ingredients right here is the carrots. You also need some onions, green pepper, garlic, ginger, and some onions as well. And so into a blender, I'll go in with all my blended ingredients. I'll add some water to it, cover it, and allow it to blend until it's nice and smooth. Whilst that is going on, I'm going to be heating up my cooking pot. As always, I'm going to add some natural seasonings to the oil to also make it taste really good and also smells really good as well. I'll also go in with a little bit of chopped onions. Allow the onions to fry for about 1 to 2 minutes before you go in with your blended ingredients. So give it a good mix, cover it, and allow it to cook until the sauce is nice and ready. And after like 30 minutes, I'll go in with my blended carrots. I used a lot of carrots in this recipe. You can also reduce it if you don't want too much of it. All right, the most important thing right here is that we are not using any tomatoes in this recipe. So I've also allowed this carrot to cook down a little bit, and I'll go in with my seasoning. And for that red rich color, I went in with some tomato flavor, which is totally optional. And right now, just look at the beautiful rich color that it looks right now. So for extra taste, I went in with some canned beef. You can also omit this one if you don't want it. Okay, I'll give it a good mix, cover it, and allow it to cook until the stew is nice and ready. And after it's ready, I'm not going to be using all the stew for the jollof, so I've set some aside, and I'll go in with my rice. I will give it a good mix, add in some water, cover it, and allow it to cook until it's nice and ready. While that is going on, if you haven't still subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly do subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and please do well to share this video also to reach wider audience. Thank you so much for doing that. And also, we're going to move on to our fourth recipe, which is authentic Ghana waakye recipe. And as you can see, the color is really popping, and the taste in there was just amazing as well. So now let's begin. So to a heated water, I'll go in with my sorghum leaves. And to bring out the perfect waakye color, I'll also go in with some baking powder. Next, I'll go in with my black eyed peas. I'll add some salt to taste, cover it, and allow it to cook until the beans is 70% done. And after the beans is also done, I'll go ahead and remove the sorghum leaves from the water, and I'll also go ahead and add in some cooking oil as well. Moving forward, I'll go in with my rice, give it a good mix, cover it, and allow it to cook until the rice is nice and ready. And tell me, Ghana party without waakye? Definitely they are going to be waakye. And so when you try this recipe, your guests and your family are all going to love it. Trust me on this one. So now let's move on to our fifth recipe. And for our fifth recipe, I am going to be introducing to you the party sausage fried rice recipe with you. Tell me why your visitors are not going to love this recipe. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into it. To begin with this fried rice recipe, we're going to start by frying our sausage. And so to a pot, I'll go in with just a little bit of cooking oil, and I'm going to be frying this until it turns into the perfect golden brown color, just like this. You can also go in with some seasonings if you want to. All right, so after it's ready, I'll remove this, and I'll also go in with some goat meat, which I'll fry alongside with it. Okay, afterwards I'm also going to be frying my eggs alongside with it as well, and I'm going to make the egg scrambled. You can also fry it just the way you want it. Okay, moving forward to a heated pan, I'll go in with just a little bit of oil. I'll go in with some chopped onions. I'll also go in with some garlic and ginger paste to give the oil and my fried rice extra taste. Moving forward, I'll go in with my chopped vegetables, which is some carrot and also some green pepper. I'll give it a good mix, allow it to release its flavors to the oil a little bit, and I'll go in with some cabbage as well. You can also use any vegetable of your choice. Allow the cabbage to loosen up a little bit, and I'll go in with some scallions as well. Afterwards, I'll go in with my cooked rice, and to seasoning this fried rice, I'll go in with some chicken seasoning and any other seasoning that can help your fried rice taste really good. Go ahead and use it. Moving forward, I'll also go in with some dark soy salt and also my fried sausages and goat's meat. I'll mix everything together until everything is nice and well incorporated. Afterwards, all that is left is for us to serve ourselves and enjoy. Thank you so much for staying with me. Alright, so moving forward, I'm also going to be introducing to you Ghana braised rice or angwa. So to start making this rice, I'll go in with some oil to a heated pot. I'll also go in with my salted beef or my tolo beef. I'll allow the beef to fry for about 5 minutes for it to release its flavors to the oil a little bit. And I'll also go in with some chopped onions as well. Allow the onions to also loosen up a little bit, and go in with any perfume rice or any local rice of your choice. Give it a good mix. Cover it for about 5 minutes for the rice to fry a little bit, and afterwards you can go in with water and allow it to cook until it's nice and ready. Don't forget as well to go in with some salt to taste as well. Okay, and this braised rice or angwa is always enjoyed with some red pepper sauce, and I'll go ahead and grind my pepper sauce until it's nice and ready, and I'll set that aside. And we don't enjoy this rice alone with some red pepper sauce. We also enjoy this rice with some eggs, which you can fry it or you can also cook it if you want. I'll fry some plantains alongside with it, and afterwards all that is left is for us to serve ourselves and enjoy. Trust me, when you incorporate these recipes in your parties, they are definitely going to love it. So try this and thank me later. Alright, so for the next recipe that I'll be talking about is the coconut jollof rice recipe, which after making your stew, then you add in your rice. All that is left is for you to go in with your coconut milk, and trust me, adding this coconut milk to your jollof rice is a game changer. And so for the coconut milk, either the fresh coconut milk or the store-bought coconut milk, it is totally to your taste. All right, so afterwards you just have to give it a good mix, cover it, and allow it to cook until it's nice and ready. And trust me, the taste in this jollof rice recipe is going to amaze your visitors so much. So try this and thank me later. And just look at how beautiful it turned out. All that is left is for us to serve ourselves and enjoy. And if you're still with me and you haven't still subscribed to my channel, baby, what are you waiting for? Please do to subscribe to my channel, turn on the post notification bell as well, and be part of this beautiful family. Thank you so much for doing that. Alright, so moving forward, I'm also going to be sharing with you original Ghana waakye recipe, and this recipe no need adding in the sorghum leaves. All you need to do is start to heat up your water, and afterwards you go in with some black eyed peas, either the red one or the white one. You are good to go. I'll give it a good mix, cover it, and allow it to cook until the beans is 70% done, and afterwards I'll go in with my rice. You can also use any rice of your choice. Don't forget as well to go in with some salt to taste as well. Cover it and allow it to cook until the rice is soft enough for us to enjoy ourselves, just like this. Tell me why you don't want to incorporate this in your birthday parties or any other party that you are making. It's also easy to put together and your guests are going to love it. Alright, so moving forward, I am going to be talking about the simplest Ghanaian party fried rice recipe which you can ever think of. So to start with this recipe is to start to heat up your oil, and afterwards I'll go in with some chopped onions to give the oil flavor. I'll also go in with just a little bit of garlic and ginger powder as well. It is totally optional. And afterwards I'll go in with my cooked rice. As I said, this is one of the easiest recipe you can ever think of making at parties, and your guests are going to love it. I'll go in with some dark soya sauce, and to season this fried rice I'll go in with some chicken seasoning, which I really love that spice in my fried rice very well. You can go in with extra veggies if you want, and you have to give it a good mix, and that is it. Your fried rice is ready in no time. Just tell me in the comment section what you think about this party fried rice recipe, and I will be waiting for you in the comment section to read all your beautiful comments down below. Thank you so much for staying with me. So now let's move on to our last recipe, which is the party smoky jollof rice recipe. For this recipe, I'll move straight to where I was adding in the dark soya sauce. If you really want to achieve a very dark color in jollof rice, then adding in dark soya sauce is the best option, trust me, and your guests are going to love the color as well. And to get that smoky vibes in your jollof rice, you just have to make sure your heat is a little bit high. And also when the rice is 70 to 80% done, you just have to create holes in there just the way you see it on your screens right now. You just have to cover it and allow the bottom to burn. And what you're seeing on your screens right now is not vapor, it is real smoke that you see in jollof rice, trust me. So if you want to make smoky party jollof rice, I hope this tips is going to help you achieve the perfect and good taste of smoky party jollof rice. And I hope all these rice recipes are really going to be helpful in your next African party rice recipes idea. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point, and if you enjoyed to this point, that means you are always a proud foodie member. Thank you for watching.